What if America's first line of defense goes rogue?
Carrying the nukes. You love having the power of God at your fingertips.
That is a fact.
What the hell are you doing?
Lost them. Damn.
The only thing more dangerous than what he knows
Everything's on schedule.
is what he is prepared to do.
$250 million by 1400 Utah time. If you have not,
Two officers pitted against each other.
I don't know what the big deal is.
It's the modern classic, Broken Arrow, on an officer in a movie.
Damn, what a rush!
The United States has had its share of treasonous spies selling nuclear weapons information to enemy agents. But in this well-crafted thriller about a rogue pilot who steals two 2,400-pound bombs and hides them in the Utah desert, John Travolta tops them all. Well, his character does anyway. It's one of Travolta's first forays into the world of villainy, and I have to say, he makes it fun to watch. Can something like this really happen? Tactical security consultant and former member of Delta Force, Master Sergeant Larry Vickers is here with me to discuss that, as well as his work designing some seriously dangerous weapons. But first, let's get this movie rolling. Directed by action master John Woo, it's a fast-paced, high-tech thrill ride from 1996, Broken Arrow.
See what happened there? Huh?
I'm pretty sure you hit me.
No, I give you left, left. You think I'm gonna give you another left, and I gave you a right. I'm just telling you that's what boxing's all about, okay? You show your opponent one thing and you do something else. That's how Ali took the title from Foreman. He beat him with a rope-a-dope. Don't you remember?
I don't remember what day of week it is.
That's right. Everyone thought Ali's arms had run out, that he's on empty. But he's just setting Foreman up. He doesn't burn himself out. And then in the 8th round, he comes. Poor George has got nothing left.
I always liked Bruce Lee movies.
Yeah, you're learning. Don't look at my hands. Don't look at my hands. Look at my shoulder. That's where the punch is coming. See? Come on! You're still looking at my hands. Now, come on. Let's try it again. Come on, focus. Come on. Shoulders, shoulders.
Here.
No, you keep it.
Come on, you won.
Yeah, but I always win. I feel so guilty about it.
Shut up and take it.
You know why you didn't beat me today, Hal?
Could it be that you've been boxing for 20 years and you're better at it than I am?
No. You don't have the will to win.
Well, your insight is shattering.
You had me today. You could have shut me down, but you blinked.
Yeah, well, we were only sparring, buddy.
Thinking like that is exactly why you lost. Now take this.
It's yours.
No. Take it. If you didn't give it everything you've got, then I don't want it. Go ahead.
You don't understand. You see, it really is yours. I took it out of your wallet while you were in the shower.
General?
General?
Major, were you recently promoted past me?
No, sir.
Then why are you smoking in my briefing room?
Sorry about that, sir. That'll never happen again.
Sit.
You take off in the stealth at Dark 30.
Fly a simulated low-level border penetration. Nap of the earth all the way.
Usual. Scare the cows, wake the farmers.
Not tonight, buddy. We're flying the B-3 with 2 live nukes.
Palmdale's concerned about low-level gamma and X-ray diffusion screwing up the peripherals. They want to send up a couple on a pre-dawn run. See if anything glows.
61s?
Big ones. 83s.
Phew. Crowd pleasers.
How's your head?
It's all right, I'll be fine.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, I'll get you back.
Now you're dreaming.
After you, Major.
You know, these exercises are fantastic. When the day comes that we have to go to war against Utah, we are really gonna kick ass, you know?
Ground control, ready for rollout.
Welcome back to An Officer in a Movie. Joining me for tonight's feature is former Special Operations Master Sergeant Larry Vickers. Sergeant Vickers spent most of his 20-year career as a member of Delta Force. He was awarded a Bronze Star with V device, among other commendations. And he served in Panama, Desert Storm, Somalia, Bosnia, and some places he still can't talk about. Sergeant, thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to talk about some of your more recent activities later, but right now let's start off with the film. It's an action and fantasy, of course, but you know, it seems like everybody is fascinated by the idea of a rogue warrior and certainly by the idea of nuclear warfare. I mean, is this film even in the realm of possibility for you?
Not really. When you look at John Travolta's character, there's a few red flags. One is a psychological profile. He would have come up on somebody's radar screen, a superior officer, co-workers, somebody, and he would have been out of the pilot seat early on. The other thing, the fact that he was a major with over 20 years in the Air Force, and he's flying something like this B-3 bomber, which of course is an upgraded B-2. That in and of itself is a bit of a stretch. So there's a few things along the way that would tip somebody off that this guy's got issues, and he wouldn't be behind the pilot seat.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but Hollywood, we love our rogues, we love our rebels.
Absolutely. And John Travolta as a villain is great.
Excellent.
So you can't complain about that.
So what did you enjoy most about this film that you want our viewers to watch out for?
Well, number one, watching John Travolta. He's got some personality, characteristics as a villain that was excellent to watch. Also, some of the guns on there, believe it or not, like some of the stuff he was using later on are, kind of rare firearms in the tactical world, which of course I'm a firearms guy, so I kind of enjoyed watching that.
Right. And I would imagine even for the time in 1996, we've had a lot of advancements even since then.
Absolutely, and on the gun side alone, and as we know, 9/11 changed everything, and you can see it in this movie, which is a pre-9/11 movie.
Right. We'll continue our conversation with Sergeant Vickers in just a bit. Right now, let's get back to Broken Arrow on An Officer in a Movie.
Park Ranger, I'd like to speak to you about this campfire.
Should I go? No wonder. You stay put. Yeah, I know. No wood fires in the park. Just that Wanda has a cold and I'm trying to keep her warm.
Sir, have you seen any other hikers or campers in this area?
Not this time of year. Say, what's the fine for something like this?
Pretty steep. Secured.
Drag him out of there. He's smelling that all night.
Climb heading 287, flight level 200.
That's 287-200.
I don't think that Aurora project's gonna happen for me. Spoke to your buddy Taylor. He doesn't feel like I have enough fighter time to qualify.
And what did you say to him?
Thank you very much, sir. Goodbye.
You'll never change, will you? And that, my friend, will be your downfall.
And what your problem is?
Yeah, I'm always right.
You think you're always right.
That's deep.
You said so yourself. You should have made Colonel by now, but you're too busy pushing at everybody all the time.
Well, that's an awesome responsibility, isn't it? McMurrin Control, this is Go 7. Colonel, you boys in Utah still awake?
Copy, Major Deacons. We're ready and waiting. Be advised, we're gonna catch your sorry little bus this morning and bite down hard. You may pass that along to Captain Hale with my compliments.
Ooh, Wilkins is giving us attitude. You want to take it through tonight?
Tell him I'm gonna fly this thing in one ear and out the other. He won't even know we were there.
Copy, Colonel. Hale says that if anyone can catch us, you can.
And everyone get it fixed. They're about to turn out the lights.
210 degrees.
Ready, Captain?
On your command, Major.
Go to war.
Initiating stealth mode.
River Valley approach, here we go.
Colonel, they've gone to stealth mode.
Team, we lost them on the radar. Anybody still holding? Anybody?
Got capture on their heat signatures, sir.
Good.
They may be running cold, but the air above 10.5 is colder.
Good man, Frenchie, I like that.
Descend to 400 feet AGL. Altimeter setting 3001.
Airspeed 0.7 Mach, 3001, 400 feet. Snap of the Earth, here we go.
you been through the Needles entrance tonight?
No, why?
Mrs. Parker just called.
Oh, God. What is it this time, another UFO? Or did Elvis drop by for dinner?
She didn't mention him, but she said a bunch of trucks went through the Needles entrance about an hour ago, and she thought they looked a little suspicious.
Clyde, what exactly does a suspicious truck look like?
I don't know, and I have no ID.
Me neither.
Yeah, the thing is, though, she said one of the trucks was ours. You're the only one out there tonight, so if it wasn't you...
She was probably just hallucinating. But don't worry, I'll check it out.
Lost them.
Damn. I'm gonna keep hunting, keep hunting.
We're below their eyes and ears. Proceed to primary target. Descending to 200 feet. Bridge coming up in 6 seconds. I got it.
Woo! Very nicely done. Excellent.
Switching to autopilot.
Almost as good as me.
I still left a few trees behind. I'll try to do better next time.
You really love this shit, don't you?
But where else can you fly a $2 billion plane 800 miles an hour, 100 feet off the ground?
Well, that is a fact. That is a fact. You're in for life, huh?
As long as they'll have me, aren't you?
Nah. I don't think so. I mean, come on. I mean, you even said it yourself. I should be colonel by now. Instead, idiots like Boone become general.
Boone is not such a bad guy.
Oh, come on. If he had a thought go through his head, it'd be the quickest trip in North America. Nah. Flying doesn't mean what it used to mean to me.
Not the flying, carrying the nukes. I know you. You love having the power of God at your fingertips. Get off on it.
Look out your window. There's something wrong with the terrain following here. Shouldn't that starboard ridge be on our port side?
Here she comes. No! What the hell are you doing?
Looking at half the valley, and there's nothing going.
I'm punching out!
Give me search and rescue. We got pilots down.
Plane crashed 18 minutes ago.
The White House Chief of Staff is on his way up.
And then take these in.
Good morning, gentlemen. So, do I wake the president?
Bill.
Jack? Well, what have we got?
We're going out with this. Rick's team prepared it.
The United States Air Force regrets to announce that early this morning, a C-141 heavy-lift cargo plane went down over the Utah desert. The status of the crew has yet to be determined, yada, yada, yada. Well, that's very nice bullshit, Rick.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go with that.
Wait. We're making a mistake.
Giles, you have some input you wish to share with us?
Yes, sir. Aviation Week has been following the development of the B-3 for years. They have stringers, guys camping out in lawn chairs all night out by the Whiteman perimeter fence, watching just in case one of these things take off. Now, they're gonna know that one took off last night, and they're gonna know that it didn't come back. And we put out a press release saying a C-141 went down in Utah. They're gonna put two and two together. Aviation Week is gonna run a story, everyone's gonna know what really happened, and we're all gonna look extremely stupid. We're better off just telling the truth.
The truth? How'd you get this job? Rewrite it, like Giles said.
Yes, sir.
I want you to go to Utah. I'll have my C-21 standing by. That was good work in there. Guys in lawn chairs. I don't know, Giles. Sometimes you scare me.
Hell, sir. Sometimes I scare myself.
Watching needles there, Chief.
The nukes are gone.
Colonel! We got ourselves a broken arrow.
You find those nukes, Chief. If your Geigers pick up more rats and you get off a toaster, I want you out of there.
Broken what?
Broken arrow. It's a Class 4 strategic theater emergency. It's what we call it when we lose a nuclear weapon.
I don't know what's scarier. Losing nuclear weapons, or that it happens so often there's actually a term for it.
They found the wreckage about 90 miles outside of McMurrin. No bombs on board. This is a real nightmare. We don't know where the hell the damn things are.
Cappy, sir. Put 2 more teams in the air. I want Chief Rhodes and his men backed up to the fullest extent.
Why didn't they go off?
They have to be armed to detonate. They're designed to survive crashes intact. They could lie in a pool of burning jet fuel for 5 hours, no problem.
So what the hell happened?
In his last transmission, Major Deacon said that Captain Hale lost control. It's possible one of them may have hit weapons release during the confusion.
Deacons. You won that round.
Sir, please turn around.
Who the hell are you?
Park Ranger. Just put it down, and I won't have to kill you.
This isn't a standoff. I've got the gun.
I never keep it loaded.
You said it wasn't loaded.
I lied. Now who the hell are you?
I'm a captain of the United States Air Force.
Well, Captain, you're under arrest until we can get this sorted out.
Lady, you're missing a bigger picture here. Hold still. All right? I have already had a hell of a morning, lady. Now, I'm not allowed to tell you what's going on, but I need your help, okay?
This is a good way to convince me.
We both know that the gun is loaded, so if I wanted to, I could blow your head off, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
I got a radio in my truck. It's this way.
We're watching Broken Arrow on An Officer in a Movie. You know, during the course of this series, it's always nice for me to see actors that I've worked with before in some of these other films. And I worked with Christian Slater in 1988 in Young Guns 2. And it's always nice to know that no matter how cool an actor's persona is on screen, we have a good time behind the camera. And I remember Christian on the first day of shooting turning to his mother, Mary Jo Slater, who happened to be a casting director, and he said, "Mom, hey, look, I'm a young gun." Now, back to Broken Arrow.
Got him!
How you doing? Hey! You guys need any help? It's an Air Force training exercise, sir. And I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Hey, no problem. We just, Oh, jeez.
Any sign of Deacons?
Maybe the son of a bitch is dead.
What a terrible thing to say.
Get him.
You assured me everything would go smoothly.
Everything is going smoothly, I assure you.
Our merchandise is not where it's supposed to be.
It's right down there, Mr. Pritchett. Everything's on schedule.
Sir, we got one intact. Let's go find the other one. Move! Go!
Care for a Coke or something?
Two gunships just left McMurrin and headed this way.
Oh, wonderful.
Don't worry about them.
I worry. What about the other pilot? We saw him eject.
Huh. Captain Hale, well, I seriously doubt that he's alive. I punched him out of the cockpit when we were scraping the valley floor.
There's a report that a park ranger called in. Said she saw a pilot come down, was gonna go look for him.
Really? Find her.
I got it!
Hello. McMurrin, come in.
Go, Max.
McMurrin, come in, over. McMurrin.
Max, you there?
McMurrin?
Max!
McMurrin, come in. Gonna open up the access panels. Gonna drop in a couple grenades. It won't go nuclear, but it will destroy the bomb. And who's ever trying to steal it? I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Chief.
And why not?
All clear!
Where's this truck of yours?
Just around the bend.
How did you find me?
Saw your chute.
Colonel Wilkins, this is Airman Kelly, sir!
Go.
Chief Rhodes is dead! They're all dead!
What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
It's the nuke! It's open! It's wide open! Kelly, come in!
What happened?
Oh, God! What am I gonna do? Woo!
We call search and rescue. Get me Washington. I want Nest on this right now.
You missed your calling, boy.
Andy, I even bought it.
Make sure you get Hale. Go!
I'd like to remind you there's still 2 attack helicopters
See, Mr. Pritchett, they believe they've got an exposed core. And that changes things remarkably. Because you can't just send people out to active radiation area. I mean, that just wouldn't be right. First thing you have to do is take a picture from a satellite. Hell, that takes about an hour and a half just to change orbit. Then they got to send in a nest. That's a nuclear emergency search team. Closest one is about 2 hours from here. So you see, by the time they find us, we'll be gone. So relax.
We're back again with Delta Force veteran, retired Master Sergeant Larry Vickers. And sir, I want to continue for a moment with this idea of the mentality of the elite warfighter. Mental toughness is just as important as physical strength, wouldn't you say?
Well, 100%. You could get NFL players, a variety of people that can actually physically do the tasks, say in special operations, but the ability to do it and make decisions along the way and see the potential, effects down the road makes all the difference in the world. So really, you're kind of looking for the guy who's the intelligent warrior, not necessarily the guy with the brute strength.
I mean, so how are soldiers trained to be mentally tough? I mean, without pushing them over to the edge to where they feel superior and they might go rogue?
One of the things you do, obviously, psychological profiles, and they've come a long way with that, where, shrinks come in, they give you a battery of tests, and they kind of correlate the data, and that gives them the feedback they need to see, is this guy even potential? Does he have the material we're looking for to be able to do the job? And then another task you can do is you can actually physically fatigue them and see, once they're fatigued, what is their decision-making process at that point. And a lot of things comes out. It's one thing when, you've had a good night's sleep and you're well fed and whatnot, but after you went days and days on end without, proper sleep or without proper nutrition, what's your decision making at that point? And a lot of things come out. The personality traits that you never saw before will.
Right.
And that'll make a big difference on whether somebody can perform, under a given task.
Now, on the other hand, what do you think of Christian Slater's character? I mean, at the beginning, he's such an opposite of Travolta. You almost want to say, how do you ever get to be a Top Gun type of pilot?
Well, the thing is, I kind of dialed in on him better in a lot of ways in his character, because he was more the guy that thought through things. And sometimes the proper action is to back off, retreat, fade away, and try another day. And he was very much the guy that did that in this movie, whereas Travolta was over the edge. And you see at the end how it kind of played out, where Slater kind of had the approach that worked out better in the long run. So I kind of dialed in on his character, identified with him better because of that.
Yeah. I've worked with Christian before, and he's got a fabulous kind of Jack Nicholson light voice. He's a fabulous young man. All right, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, sir, since you've been retired from the Army.
I'm self-employed, and I've got about 3 things going on. I still do training. I just came from a training gig before I came here. I'm doing firearms industry consulting, so I'm helping design weapons and products for warfighters and law enforcement and even civilians. And I'm doing television. And I have my own TV show, TAC TV, and I've been doing firearms-related TV shows for now about 4 or 5 years. So it's kind of 3-faceted, but it's all related to the tactical firearms industry.
All right, then. Well, we'll be using Sergeant Vickers' small arms expertise in our next break, because the shooting's only just beginning. So get out your Kevlar as we get back to Broken Arrow on An Officer in a Movie.
Hello, Clyde. This is Terry. Do you read me?
I don't think we have time to discuss it right now.
Come on. Let's have some fun.
okay?
Yeah.
Here, give me your gun. Come on. You have any more bullets for this thing?
Yeah.
We need to get out of this canyon.
We can get out up that way.
Now, if I could just get that to hold still.
I have an idea.
No, wait, I didn't mean...
I don't know!
Check must hit a canyon wall. You think?
Maybe. Maybe? You said you'd plan this thing carefully. How are we gonna move those things now?
Use the trucks. That's why they're there.
The trucks now! Listen. I've spent a lot of money underwriting this. And frankly, you're beginning to shake my confidence.
Well, yeah, well, I do appreciate the money that you and your associates have invested in this operation, but it is an operation. It's a military operation, and you don't know about that. Now, I haven't been in the military for 20 years. I planned and flew over 100 missions in the Gulf. I put these boys together because they are motivated and they are highly trained like me. This is what I do, Mr. Pritchett, and this is battle. And battle is a highly fluid situation. You plan on your contingencies, and I have. You keep your initiative, and I will. But what you don't do is share command. It's never a good idea.
Still my money.
And if we succeed, you and your friends will get a ton of it.
If we're successful.
Look, Mr. Pritchett, I will deliver the weapons to the destination. But I can't depend, and I can't guarantee that those in Washington won't do something stupid like not pay.
What if they don't?
Well, if they don't, the Southwest will be a quiet neighborhood for about 10,000 years.
Wilkins. Fax me their last transmission. How much radiation is tracking out there?
Fax that to Mr. Prentice.
Yes, sir.
So far, we're not picking up any.
Well, that's kind of strange, isn't it? I mean, with an exposed core?
Well, I'd call it good news. The breach may not be as bad as we thought.
Colonel, what if this wasn't an accident?
What are you saying, Jones?
In his final transmission just before the crash, Major Deacon said Captain Hale lost it. Now, we all assume that to mean pilot error or equipment failure, but what if he meant Hale intentionally lost the plane.
But why would he do that?
2 nuclear weapons would be worth a lot of money.
To who, son? There are easier ways to buy nuclear weapons. Go to one of the old Soviet republics. They'll fix you up with a couple for the price of a BMW.
Sir, I meant how much would they be worth to us? How much would we pay to get them back?
Hold on. These nukes have codes or something that prevent people from using them.
Of course.
And no one knows these codes, right? Except for the president and you guys?
Access to the codes requires the highest security.
Yeah, but I mean, not even the pilots have these codes, right?
Where's that nest team now?
They just took off, sir. The ETA in Utah is 96 minutes.
Correct 10 left.
10-4.
It's okay.
It's not okay. I want to know what's going on, and I want to know right now.
We were carrying nuclear weapons on our plane last night. My former commander is trying to steal them.
Oh my God.
That's why I need your help.
Well, without the helicopter, he won't be able to move them at all.
No. Deke will have a backup plan and be prepared for that.
Trucks. He's got trucks. Last night, Clyde radioed me that someone came through the Needles Gate with trucks.
I don't think he's gonna take him towards town. What else is around here?
The river.
Do you mind?
No, I don't mind at all. Care for one?
See the one in front there? That one's got the nukes in it.
How do you know?
There's only a driver. They're trying to keep the weight down. Here, give me your gun again, will you?
What are you gonna do?
I'll think of something.
Wait. Look, we know where they are. Let's get to a phone and call for help.
If they make it to the river, I'm gonna lose them again. But you get to the phone, okay?
Then I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
You're gonna need help.
Look, lady, I don't have time to argue with you, okay? And the nuclear weapons are my responsibility, not yours. You're a park ranger. I'm a military officer. Just go to the phone.
Oh, this is a bad idea.
Run him down. Get him! Get him! Get him, damn it! Don't panic. Bulletproof glass.
You can get out now.
I don't know. Looks like we got ourselves a standoff.
No, please don't!
You can come.
Stay down! Would you mind not shooting at the thermonuclear weapons?
Where's St. Jude's Hospital from here?
Salt Lake City, I think.
What?
We're losing gas.
They must hit the tank. We have to find some place to hide these things.
I know a place.
What are you up to, Hale? Don't even. Stop!
You learned that in survival school?
New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey. What is this place?
It used to be a copper mine. They shut it down a couple of years ago.
Why would they have a new lock? All right.
Good move, Hale. I didn't see it coming. But you're definitely gonna pay for it.
Saddle up, boys.
This place has been prepped. Deke's been here.
But you think he's coming back?
Yeah, that'd be my guess. May not have a lot of time.
What are we gonna do?
We'll just take away his reason for being here.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
When you fly with nuclear weapons, you're trained to retrieve if possible, disable if necessary, destroy if essential.
And what are we doing?
I'm gonna disable it. You see, you have to arm these things with a code. If you enter the wrong code 3 times, the nuke goes dead. All the circuitry shuts down and shorts out. So pretty soon these things will be nothing more than paperweights.
Hale, pick up. Pick up!
Come on, buddy. Pick up the phone.
Buddy? Huh? Somebody tried to kill me. Friendship is over.
Well, that doesn't mean I don't like you. Hell, I'm impressed. I figured you'd have packed up and walked off by now.
Yeah, well, you figured wrong. Now I get the nukes. Guess what, Deke? I'm gonna deactivate them. You hear that? That's me punching in the wrong codes. Pretty soon these things are gonna be absolutely useless. You might as well turn around and drive away.
Outstanding, Hale. That's the spirit. Damn, I'm totally screwed now. Unless, of course, I already thought of that ahead of time.
What?
You're kidding.
Didn't work, did it? I used uncoded circuit boards. You just activated a nuclear warhead, my friend. Setting off a nuke in this mine's been part of my plan from day one. Otherwise, some DC civilian might say, I haven't got the guts.
He's insane.
You know, Hale, I considered bringing you in on this. You know I didn't?
Because I would have said no?
Nah, if you had said no, I'd have just killed you. I was afraid you were gonna say yes. Because you don't have them to go through with something like this. We both know that.
How deep is this mine?
About 2,000 feet.
That's plenty.
Now look, I'm gonna be there in a few minutes. My advice to you is to get out of there as soon as you can. It's your last move, buddy.
You know something, Deke? I can think of another move. I'm gonna keep the both of these things together. Now, if one of them goes off, the other's gonna get buried under 1 billion tons of rock. How's that sound, huh?
You wouldn't do something like that.
You sure about that, buddy?
He's gonna do it. Let's get him.
Since 1975, all U.S. nuclear weapons have been assembled at one site. Is it A, the device assembly building at the Nevada test site, B, the Pantex plant in Amarillo, Texas, C, the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, or D, an undisclosed location? The answer after the break. The only assembly point for U.S. service weapons is B, the Pantex plant in Texas. The device assembly building in Nevada is used only for test devices.
All right. What is that noise?
It's water. There's an underground river beneath this place.
All right, let's get these things unloaded.
I understand, sir. Well, I'll advise Nest of the situation, and as soon as they confirm that the ground is clean, I'll send in a dozen gunships. We'll secure the whole area. Yes, sir.
Giles Prentice, sir, got here as soon as I could.
Wilkins, good to meet you finally.
Likewise, sir.
I was the chairman, Mr. Prentice. According to an NSA radio intercept, you were right. But it's Deacon stealing the nukes, not Hale.
Now what?
Now we get out of here before he shows up.
Kelly, we found the nuke. We're at the end of Tunnel A. Put the cold one on the elevator and we'll be right along.
A service tunnel. Come on.
Make sure Hale doesn't get back to the bomb. And Johnson, the clock is ticking.
Where are you taking us?
Back to the elevator. These service tunnels run between the main shaft. Now, if we take the next right...
Hey, Hale. Nice move with the nukes. Shows initiative, determination. Proud of you! But I think it gave us all too much time. 30 whole minutes, I don't know. Shows a lack of total commitment, don't you think? So I took it down to 13.
I'll be right back.
All set.
We'll be right along.
Are you okay?
Well, I gotta go. You two have a nice time down here. And, don't forget to say hi to Johnson for me when you see him.
Yeah, I got $20 that says you're gonna see him first.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I know what you're up to. You're gonna ransom Salt Lake City, aren't you?
Well, why do you say that?
St. Jude's Hospital? You're gonna hide the warheads in the radiology department so they don't show up in any satellite scans, right?
Huh. Well, I'm impressed.
Thank you. So how much you ask for?
Lots. I got a broker in Stockholm that's gonna buy me 5% of Volvo. And for the rest of my years, I'm gonna live off the dividends. happy in the knowledge that I'm helping to make the safest automobiles in the world.
So that's what this is all about, huh? The money?
Yeah.
Bull.
Well, you tell me why. Go ahead. You tell me why.
Because you've been passed over for promotion so many times, you want to show the you're right. Or no, maybe it's because everybody's cashing out, so why the hell not you? I don't know, maybe your mother dropped you on your head when you were a baby. I mean, who the hell cares, Deke? I mean, there's no difference between you and a guy who shoots up a schoolyard. We've both got a head full of bad wiring.
What was that?
You're in the head, Deke! Ha! I pissed him off.
Welcome back to An Officer in a Movie. Whiteman Air Force Base, featured in the movie, is named for Second Lieutenant George Whiteman, who became the first American pilot to die in aerial combat in World War II when his P-40 was struck during the attack at Pearl Harbor. The base itself has long been associated with the cutting edge of aviation, and today it's the only permanent home for the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. And now, back to Broken Arrow.
It's this way.
Hey! Where the hell's the other one?
Shut up. Help us, come on.
Mongolian cluster. Get the goddamn thing in. Let's get out of here.
That was the only way out.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
You have any family?
No, just me and Fred.
Fred, who's Fred, your boyfriend?
No, my dog. The river. Oh my God. Oh my God. They hit it. Digging a tunnel. That's why they shut down the mine. Come on.
Hang on. 4 minutes to detonation.
You stupid! We'll all be killed!
We'll be fine, Mr. Pritchett. Now, will you please keep your voice down? I'm trying to concentrate.
This should be it.
This thing doesn't go anywhere.
On the road! Attention! We are federal agents. Stop your vehicle immediately! gunship fit into your grand strategy? You don't know what you're doing, do you? This is out of control! I must have been... Hush! Hush!
Stop your vehicle. I repeat, stop your vehicle immediately.
Bring it around. We'll get in front of him.
Do not move, or you will be fired upon. We are federal agents. Throw down your weapons and keep your hands in sight.
I just realized something. I never actually killed anyone before. I mean, I dropped bombs on Baghdad, but never face to face. I don't know what the big deal is. I really don't. Turn your electronic equipment off now.
Throw down your weapons.
Damn, what a rush! Woo! Son of a... Shockwave took down a damn chopper.
SEMP, electromagnetic pulse. Nuclear blast sends it out for miles. Everything electronic shuts down, including choppers and radios. Hell, we just shut down McMurray's field communications. That'll put a pretty little dent in their response time, huh?
Deke, you the man.
I'm the man.
Welcome back to An Officer in a Movie. We're watching Broken Arrow with retired Delta Force Master Sergeant Larry Vickers, who today trains FBI and Secret Service agents, police and security personnel around the country in small arms marksmanship. So, Sergeant, with your expertise, watching a film like this is, I mean, it's just got to be a hoot for you.
You know, absolutely. I love the part where Christian Slater has two weapons and he's running down that tunnel per se and shooting full auto and whatnot, which of course is completely unrealistic in the real world.
So what else did you take note of, sir?
Well, some of the gear, like a guy early on has an M4 carbine, or at that time would have been more or less a Car-15. He has a night vision scope during the day. And you go, well, exactly what's that all about? So there was some weapon stuff that just jumped out at me as being really pretty hokey.
Yeah, but John Woo is a master stylist, and I mean, the two-handed, pistol thing is one of his signatures. And
absolutely.
So I think he chooses to go style over reality sometimes.
Well, and yet he's known for that, so you'd be kind of a bit disappointed if he didn't have it in the movie.
Exactly. That shot that Slater makes when he takes out the chopper pilot with the handgun, I mean, is that doable?
Yes, it is doable. That's one of the things I'm sure people watching the movie would look at it and say that's impossible. A couple things jump to mind. One, that the handgun is perfectly capable of doing that, a Smith & Wesson revolver per se. And as you know, on camera, it always looks farther than it really is. So that in reality was probably something like a 20 or 25 yard shot.
Right.
And through the angle he had, he could certainly make that shot. Now, the part of it that is really stretching reality is if an Air Force pilot would have the skill set to do that. Now, somebody who had been in special operations or something, that's a different story. But an Air Force pilot being able to make that shot. So the shot is doable, but the character, probably not.
Right, right. So what are some of the new weapons coming out that are helping our security forces and soldiers do their job better?
Well, one of the guns I was involved with was the HK-416, which was involved with the Bin Laden raid.
Right.
And it was developed kind of from the start to be a shorter barreled weapon that would perform much like the standard issue M4, but work reliably in close environments like this room per se. So that's a gun, and now it's morphed into the M27 that the Marine Corps is using, an infantry automatic rifle. Which I'm not only was involved with the gun early on, my sling that I helped design is on it too. So I'm very proud about that fact.
Right.
That's a gun that's coming, getting a lot of traction. Handgun-wise, we're kind of stagnant. The military's still using the Beretta. There's a lot of rumors that they may be looking to go to another handgun, but we're not really seeing much on that.
Right. All right, there's still plenty of action left in this film. A lot of shell casing to be spent. I'll be back again with Sergeant Vickers at the end of the movie. Now, let's get back to Broken Arrow.
Wilkins, sir, shouldn't we be evacuating?
We're fine. It was underground. Colonel Wilkins, General Creeley.
Are you sure? And how do you know that?
Because if it had been a surface detonation, we'd have felt a different kind of ground tremor. We'd also be burned and blind and dying.
We're 10 minutes behind. Mr. Pritchett, do you mind stepping outside?
It went off on the ground, thank God.
What do we do now?
First, we nail a huge damn lid on this thing. And with all due respect to your boy Giles and his belief that honesty is the best policy, from now until the end of the world, what happened in Utah today was an earthquake.
How far down the riverbank does this path go?
3 or 4 miles.
We should be able to get to Deacons before he gets out of here. Wait.
Looks like there's just 2 of them.
Running late.
There's more coming.
Hey, thought you said Hale wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, well, he surprised me too, but he's dead, so let's go.
Sink it.
Steal it.
Come on, let's move it.
They're coming.
Get out of the boat. Get out of the boat.
our friends in Washington should be getting the package about now.
Yep. I'm sure we got their full and complete attention.
Let's move it. We're on a tight schedule.
$250 million by 1400 Utah time. This deadline is not negotiable, and there is no grace period. The second device is on a timer. Shortly after you receive this, the timer will be activated. At 14:01, I will make a call. If I find you've complied, I will stop the timer. If you have not,
Yes, sir, I understand.
Creeley.
Hold for McBurn, sir.
The president is asking if we know where the device is headed.
If Deacon's had a plane waiting, it could be anywhere. We just don't know.
I do.
One moment, sir.
General, this is Colonel Jameson. They found Captain Hale. He's at Lake Powell.
This is a really bad idea.
Secure!
All right, Tom, good job. You gentlemen can RTB. I'll take it from here on in.
Roger, sir. Returning to base.
They found the raft on the other side of the lake. Tracks from a heavy truck ran out when they hit the paved road.
What about the girl? What about her? What about her? She's an innocent victim in all this. I got her involved. Now, when you guys find that truck, you're gonna hit it with everything you've got. I don't want her becoming a casualty. Look, maybe giving her up is okay with you, but we're military officers. We took an oath, one officer to another. We have responsibility to save that woman's life and get back the weapon.
And I have a responsibility to follow my orders and return you to McMurray. Now, do you understand what orders are, Captain?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good. Because I'm about to break them. Any argument, Mr. Prentice?
No, sir. Just for the record, I'm not entirely a civilian. I was actually a lieutenant in the ROTC at Yale.
Good for you, Lieutenant.
Is the radio still down?
Right so. Your chopper will be refueled in 2 minutes. I wish I were going with you.
Captain, what exactly are you looking for?
Tracks.
As in railroad tracks.
Yeah, Deke knows you're covering every inch of asphalt north of here. I'll bet $20 that nuke isn't on a truck. It's on a train.
See, man? All right, Salt Lake is northwest of here. These tracks curve east before it gets to Salt Lake. Why would he do that?
I don't think he's going to Salt Lake.
But that's where the closest hospital is. You found the radiology tag yourself.
I know, that's what's been bothering me. I think he planted it. He wanted the person that found it to think that's where he was heading. He's doing a rope-a-dope.
He's doing a what?
Rope-a-dope. You know, it's a boxing term. Ali and Foreman and Zaire.
Captain, I know what the rope-a-dope is. What's your point?
My point is that if everything he shows us says he's heading west, he's actually heading east.
Denver.
You said you had Salt Lake sealed up pretty tight. What's it gonna hurt if we check out Denver?
Shepard!
Hey, Deke!
Any trouble with the train crew?
Not a bit. They went like lambs.
Ah, good for them. Let's get that satellite dish wired in.
Already done.
Excellent.
With this remote, you can shut the bomb down face to face, or if you want, you can dial it in over the link.
All right. Let's close this deal. Now, Shepard, I want to be airborne in 5 minutes en route to the mountains. Kelly, contact Washington, let them know the bomb's on its way to Denver. Then contact Geneva. When the money's in place, I'll shut down that puppy. Smile, boys. We're about to retire.
Let's get this bird unwrapped!
Go! All right.
We have a net. A mat.
You probably thought I was a computer nerd, didn't you? Wrong. I was a Navy SEAL, lady. You really should see what I can do with just my thumb.
Which of the following substances were not part of the device used in the first U.S. A-bomb test in 1945 in New Mexico? A. Polonium. B. Plutonium. C. Kleenex. D. Lithium-6 deuteride. The answer after the break. For the first atomic bomb test, plutonium was the fuel, polonium was a source of neutrons, and tissue paper was used as a spacer between explosive elements. But D. Lithium-6 deuteride was not used until the development of the hydrogen bomb.
You just saved me $3 million. I owe you one.
Shoot yourself, we'll call it square.
Whoa, attitude. Now, where's my little buddy Hale? He left you alone, didn't he? Well, that's his speed, 100%.
He's got more guts than you think.
But would he have enough guts to eat a bullet before he'd help someone vaporize a whole city? I think he'd fold, but not you. I think you've got more guts than he does. I think you'd eat a bullet. Let's find out. Now press 4. Ooh. I said push 4. Go ahead. Push 4. 7.
Starting at ground zero and moving out in concentric circles, we have in terms of immediate effect 100% fatalities to 30 miles, 90% at 40 miles, dropping roughly 10% for every 10 miles after that.
2. 1. Enter. Enter.
We estimate 250,000 dead on impact, with another 250,000 projected within the year.
Enter. Come on, just push enter and it's done. Which is it gonna be? You know, to tell the truth, I thought you were gonna fold.
Well, I'm dead either way. So do it yourself.
Open the door! Night, night, honey.
Cover me!
Good luck!
Bring it in! Give me your hand!
Okay, you can come.
Get me down there right now!
Let's give those guys a haircut!
Get down! Free!
Wow.
That was a first for me, too.
two get off.
Yes, sir!
Where's Shepard?
He's supposed to be here.
Fight him!
Got the power!
Damn you, Hale.
We're never gonna get clear in time. We need to shut down the nuke. You hear me? You need to disarm it.
Find Hale.
God, your shoulder.
Help me out for this.
Oh, God.
No matter what happens, this train can't make it to the city. So, you stay here and uncouple the car. I'm gonna go after Deacons.
I'll see you soon.
You promise?
Come if they can't take a joke.
What are you doing? Shut that something down. Now! This ain't what I signed on for. I'm not ready to die. Not for you.
Everybody dies, Kelly. I'm as good a reason as any. Come on. Come on.
You lose.
I still got my finger on the trigger. That's the remote trigger. You see, if I press this button here, you lose. And if I push this button, the weapon is disarmed.
Why don't you disarm it then?
I'm not in the mood. Now get rid of your weapon. Get rid of your weapon. Come on. That a boy. Now you can shut it down. You just have to come and get it. And $20 that I took from you last night says that you won't.
You're out of your mind.
Ain't it cool?
I'm serious, Deke. Your mind is taking a walk off the map.
Maybe, but I'm still gonna kick your ass. All right, you're bleeding, aren't you? Well, that's good. Let's see if we can't get any more out of you, all righty? Used to be every fight went to a knockout. You know what it feels like to be knocked out? Your brain presses against your skull and it feels like this.
Like that?
Sir, please turn around.
My name's Riley Hale.
Terry Carmichael.
Pleased to meet you.
You know you're still under arrest, Captain.
Oh, yeah? I guess you better take me in.
Well, it's a pretty rugged warhead. I hope they're all like that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and at the end, I was thinking, oh, no, come on. They're not going to kiss, are they? I mean, and I'm glad they didn't, you know.
Right.
There's plenty of time for that later, like after a shower, for instance.
Yeah.
I also love those scenes, you know, with the Mexican standoffs where the people had the weapons at each other's throats and everything just freezes. That's also a John Woo, you know, trademark. But in reality, would a trained fighter freeze in a moment like that?
No, absolutely not. You get a guy who's trained and he has that moment of hesitation from the adversary, he's going to take it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great on camera and in a film, but in the real world, it just doesn't happen.
And once again, it's that suspended reality thing and style over substance, if you will,
Yep.
or reality for that case. So, speaking of, you know, trained fighters, could you tell us a little bit more about your training? I mean, who are some of your clients?
I've trained a variety of people, you know, as you know, special operations, FBI, Secret Service, and a variety of people. I tell you who I'm training a lot of now is civilians.
Really?
I'm training a lot of civilians who, you know, personal defense, they carry concealed and whatnot. And a lot of my best customers are civilians. They come back over and over again. And I'll tell you, one of the things you see about civilian customers that I really like is they're writing the check and pay for it out of their own pocket, so they take the training very seriously.
What's the weapon of choice these days?
You know, the Glock.
Right.
The Glock handgun is by far the most popular handgun that I see in my classes. And as far as carbine, without a doubt, is some variation of the M4.
Are you seeing more women in your classes?
You know, not so much. I guess, I don't know why it is. My persona kind of puts them off or whatever. I don't know
Not
why
dating
that would
much
be.
these days, are you?
I don't know why that would be. But I see a few, sometimes guys bring their wives and whatnot. I think in a lot of ways they would actually be better served with a more basic class and then I get them. Because I'm kind of more the guy that takes you and really refines your skill set.
Takes
I do
it that
basic,
next level.
Exactly.
So are there more of the military type weapons being used in law enforcement today?
Oh, absolutely. What you're seeing now is a lot of the classic, you know, police small arms are kind of gone away. The revolver, the pump shotgun and whatnot. A lot of people figured out, law enforcement along the way, they figured out, you know, we need to replace these with guns that have more applicability in a variety of settings, like a 9/11 scenario or whatever the case may be. We need a handgun like a Glock or something with a larger magazine capacity. We need carbines like the M4 carbine. It's a much more useful tool for, you know, different scenarios than something like a pump shotgun. So a lot of the classic police shot weapons have went away, and military-style weapons are coming into law enforcement on a regular basis.
Wow. It's just fascinating stuff, Sergeant. And thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
for your
it, Lou.
knowledge. And you know what? The world's a safer place with you in it.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service,
Thanks.
sir. Yeah. And thank you for watching. Join me again next time as we take in another classic military film and hear from some of the incredible people who serve our country on An Officer in a Movie. I'm Lou Diamond Phillips.